Welcome to today's tutorial where we will be building a lending and borrowing platform using Java. In this session, we will walk through every aspect of the implementation, ensuring that you understand the mechanics behind creating such a platform from scratch. Let's start by outlining the requirements for the lending and borrowing platform. We need a system that can allow users to create accounts, lend items, and borrow items. Each item will need an owner, and we will track the status of each item, whether it is available for lending or currently borrowed. First, we will define our main classes. We will need classes for user, item, and the lending manager that will handle the business logic behind lending and borrowing items. Here is our user class with fields for username and email along with the constructor and getters. Next, let's create our item class. We have defined the item class with fields for item's name, owner's name, and availability status. Next, we want to implement the lending manager class to handle lending and borrowing transactions. In the lending manager, we maintain a list of items with functions to add an item and borrow an item. The borrow item function checks for availability and updates the status. Now let's complete the lending manager by implementing the method for returning items. The return item method allows the borrower to return an item, setting its status back to available. Now we need to display the current state of items in our lending manager. We've created the list available items method which filters the available items. Now, it's time to implement a simple console-based interface where users can interact with our lending and borrowing system. In our main method, we set up a simple menu. Depending on the user's choice, we will handle adding, borrowing, and returning items. Let's implement the option to add items first. This code adds an item to our lending manager. Now let's implement the option for users to borrow an item. We've implemented the borrowing functionality. Now let's allow users to return items they've borrowed. Returning an item checks the status and updates it accordingly. Finally, let's allow users to view all available items. Now that we have implemented the option to view available items, let's handle the exit case in our main loop. This will gracefully terminate our application when the user chooses to exit. Finally, don't forget to close the scanner to prevent resource leaks. This ensures our application runs smoothly till the end. Let's run through the entire program once more to solidify our understanding. When executed, our console application will provide an interface for users to lend and borrow items seamlessly. Wrapping up, today we have designed a functional lending and borrowing platform using Java. We went through creating our classes, implementing business logic, and finally developed a console interface to interact with our platform. I encourage you to expand this project by adding features like user authentication, item categories, and a database connection. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow developers. If you have any questions or suggestions for future tutorials, let me know in the comments below.